Alright folks, I want to welcome you to my video. I'm just chilling here. I know it's a little dark, but I was out there in the sun, and basically what was happening, I was sweating on my damn microphone too bad. So I was working on my tan, but I started sweating on this lapel mic, this lavalier mic. I can't have that. So I had to kind of pull myself in under the shade. I know you can't see me too well, but hopefully the audio is good and you can just enjoy the background. I'm sitting here drinking me a cold Corona, enjoying this beautiful day, folks. And I was just sitting here thinking, I was thinking, man, I'm tired of talking about negativity. When I say negativity, I think I've said enough about the current events in the world. For now, let's let things play out, and then we'll fire up that discussion. But right now, folks, I just want to enjoy this heat here in the Philippines. I drink my cold ass beer. I got me a cigar I'm gonna fire up. And I just had some thoughts a little while ago, and basically I'm thinking about taking a cruise. Yeah, on a cruise ship. And I know that kind of sounds crazy right now, but you gotta follow me here. Look. In any bad situation, there are some positives. And the positive of today's situation is that when everything comes back online, folks, flights, hotel rooms, cruises, everything is gonna be cheap. It's cheap right now if you can book anything, but at some point you're gonna see some great bargains. People are gonna start traveling again. People will start going on vacation again. And you gotta book these things while the getting's good, right? So I was just sitting there thinking that I guess last year, before all this crap started, we were talking about meeting up somewhere, me and the J-Dog, and I said, hey man, what about a cruise? What about a fucking Mediterranean cruise? And I was looking at some cruises, I was looking at some sites, and basically what I worked out to kind of get a double whammy was to fly into Rome, because I love Rome. It's just just beautiful, magical place to explore, and just to see the history right there in your face. It's awesome. It's beautiful. So is Pompeii. And so I said, man, what I'd like to do is fly into Rome, spend a few days there tooling around, and then you can catch a cruise ship. I forget the name of the port. I think it starts with a C. I can't remember. Not Calvecchia. Anyhow, you can jump on a cruise ship in close proximity to Rome. So I said, look man, a perfect trip for me. Let's fly into Rome, spend a few days, take a 10, 12-day trip around the Mediterranean. And I was looking at one this morning that goes from Italy to France to Spain. It's a 12-day. You're looking at about $1,000, $1,100, but they're running these specials right now, and I didn't really weed through them too much to get the exact price. But like, I was just looking at one of the websites, and it said they got 30% off of your ticket and then 50% off the second ticket. So you're gonna see some bargains. You're gonna see some bargains on airfare. You're gonna see some bargains on hotels, because they're gonna have to do anything and everything to just get people there to the property. They're gonna have to pull a Vegas. In other words, they're gonna have to make the airfare and the hotel so damn cheap that you're not gonna want to go anywhere else. And then once Vegas gets you there, they get your money in food and beverage and gambling and shows and everything else, not just from one income stream. So you're gonna see some bargains. I was like, I gotta start looking at these cruises. And again, I get 2 for the price of 1. I get to basically have a Rome slash Pompeii excursion. Hell, I may spend more time in Rome. I mean, if I'm there, obviously get there a few days before the cruise ship leaves, but when the cruise ship comes back, I mean, the sky's the limit for us. When you're posting videos and you're vlogging and blogging and traveling and you know, doing what we do, I don't got to sit here in the Philippines. Matter of fact, everybody's tired of listening to my Philippine content. It was never my intention to be known as a Philippine vlogger. That's not me. I started spending more time here because of the kids. The kids came along in my life. Most wonderful thing that's happened to me in the past couple decades. They're wonderful, and that's why I'm here. But I'm thinking, you know, let's go to Rome and hang out for a while, take this cruise, hook up with some friends, maybe get my old man in on the trip, and we'll fucking chill out on a cruise ship. But I took some notes. You know, I've been looking at these cruise ships that got quarantine, and I'm trying not to use that word during this video. I'm just not. But looking at the lessons of what the people had to go through, if something happens on the ship and you know, you get locked down, they were confining people to their cabins. Now, I'm typically a cheap traveler where I get the cheapest room. You know, no Roach Motel, but I get a budget room because I don't spend a lot of time in a damn hotel room. It's a place to drop my gear, you know, take a dump, take a shower, and get outside. You know, if you spend more time in your hotel room than you do out on the streets when you're traveling, you're just wasting your fucking time. You're the typical American tourist. You might as well stay at home, spend your money on something else, and just watch the destination on your 65-inch TV hanging on the wall. You know, if you're, and a lot of Americans are like this. They go to a destination, new country, and all they're worried about is does the hotel have a gym? You know, fuck that gym. If you want a gym, just fucking stay home. Put your money in your pocket. Go buy something. That's not traveling. That's not experiencing something new or another culture. If all you're worried about is getting to the Marriott and getting a workout in, and you're in you know, the middle of Bangkok, you're wrong. Well, in my opinion, you're wrong. So I normally get a budget room. I spend my money elsewhere. I don't spend any time in the room. But if you go on a cruise ship, this is where things change. The risk changes. Those guys who got locked down, if they had those cheap interior rooms, which is basically a jail cell, there's no window, it's a cracker box, folks. Those folks that were confined to those type of cabins were basically in a prison cell for weeks, months, however long they're stuck on these ships out there. I mean, I guess there's still people stuck on ships right now. That's fucking hell. That's absolute hell. Going to jail, that's being in prison. Contrast to the folks who spent the extra money and they got the nice rooms, you know, the outboard cabins with your own balcony, sliding glass door, so you wake up and you're just looking at the ocean. You can open up your patio doors. You've got a patio, you've got fresh air, you got a damn refrigerator in there. You're in a mini suite and you can get fresh air. That's the room that I'm booking on a cruise ship. I'm not getting no cheap ass rooms down in the bowels of the fucking ship just in case it gets locked down because of any reason. You know, these viruses going around. And I say these, I guess there's if a virus goes around or if something locks you down on the ship. So I said, you know, I'm going to comb these sites and I'm going to try to find the best deal on one of those, the best rooms, the longest cruise I can find, 12, 14 days, whatever it is over there in the Mediterranean, and book a damn nice room and take the old lady and Forrest G, and we're going to roll out on the cruise. And if we get locked down or something goes down, well, fuck it. As long as we got that balcony with fresh air, fresh sunlight, hell, confine my ass to the cruise ship for fucking 2 months. I don't give a damn. I'm looking at the water. They got to bring a little bit of food and water around. We'll just sit there and chill. So it's not like you're going to be in a jail cell if you're down in the cheap seats in the bow of the ship. And the balcony there, that room, if I got stuck, it'd be no difference than me sitting here stuck on this balcony like I am right now, the current situation that I find myself in, locked down. And I was thinking, I was like, well, what do I do if no shit, the minute all this stuff is lifted, if we hit a cruise ship, what's my precautions? Simple. Take one suitcase, put 20, 30, 40 kilos of rice in there. Take my other suitcase, fill that damn thing up with cans of tuna and my Speedo. Fuck, we're ready to survive. We can absolutely survive. And if something happens and we got locked down on that shit, we just be chilling, looking at the ocean every day. Plenty of fresh air, sunshine, no problem. I wouldn't be in a big hurry to get off that ship. I'd be sitting there hoping that they gave us, we're very sorry, we'll give you 3 free cruises. Hey, that's good. I'm game for that. It's good for me. Yeah, but anyhow, I was looking at some of the prices. 30% off, 50% off, second guess. I'm gonna have to hunt it around and try to plan this out, because the obvious problem right now is that if you do book any of these future flights or these future cruises, well, there's a good chance the shit's getting canceled. For me, I can adjust, I can deal with it. So it's not really a risk for me. As long as you kind of coordinate it. Because if your flight gets canceled but the cruise is still going, well, you're fucked. They're not giving you your money back. Or if the flight goes and the cruise gets canceled, I could still make the best out of Italy. Just for example. So you have to kind of coordinate that, and it is easy for me to try to hit these deals because I'm flexible. I realize everybody listening to my voice, if you've got a 9-to-5, a career in the States, what have you, you can't pull that stuff. It's more difficult for you. You have to have solid plans because you got to put in vacation time. I understand that. So this video is not about giving advice. I was just sitting here thinking the situation I'm in, locked down on this beautiful balcony with palm trees, overlooking Times Square. I got me an umbrella, drinking cold beer. And I said, hell, if I got confined to my cabin on a cruise ship and I had that outboard room, I'd be looking at the ocean right now. So instead of looking at Times Square, I'd be on this cruise ship locked down in our little suite, looking at the damn ocean. They still got to bring food, a little water around. I have my backup rice in the suitcase and I bring an induction burner and my cast iron skillet. We fucking survive on a cruise ship. And I know a lot of you have been hitting me with comments. You disagree with my outlook on the situation right now. That's fine. That's fine. You don't want to have everybody agree, because if everybody, what's the old saying? If everybody's thinking the same, then somebody's not thinking. And so certainly I appreciate the dissenting opinions. Me and my good buddy Dennis, we are on opposite sides of the fence. And he's truly worried about me. And man, I love you, Dennis, dude. You're a good-hearted motherfucker, man. And I miss hanging out with you every day, bro. And as soon as this shit is over, we're certainly coming down to hang out with you, my friend. But he and I are on different sides of the fence, flip sides of the coin. And folks, again, I'm not maintaining that I'm right. I just want to invoke thought. That's what I'm here for. This forum on YouTube and the current state of the internet and social media, that's really what it's set up for. You have the host, which is me. I choose a topic. I put out some information that's my opinion. Right, wrong, good, bad, ugly, in the middle, whatever I'm going to do. And then boom, the comments section is for the rest of the world to fight it out. Fight it out with me or fight it out with one another. And you watch a video and you read all the comments. Well, you have a good sampling of what your fellow man, fellow woman, Damn, there I go again, making it gender specific. Big shout out to all my lady boys, my transgender friends, those who don't wish to identify. I love you too. Anyhow, moving right along. So that's all I do. But at some point, I think this does have to come to an end, and we will all agree at some point it has to come to an end. Whether you're a 2-week guy, you say a month, or 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, we all agree at some point this madness has to stop. People have to start traveling. Well, they don't have to, but people will start traveling again. People will start taking cruises. People will start going to the movies again. And, you know, we got to live life. Life is too short to hide our heads under a rock. So whenever things start back up, a cruise is on my radar. But right now, I'm going to be price hunting, trying to get the best bargain that I can get on the best room I can get. Because I'm not booking no damn cruise unless it's the fucking suite with the balcony, just the whole 9 yards. Because before this happened, I would have been the guy down in the cheap seats, down in the steel/iron fucking jail cell, confined to my cabin, just going batshit crazy. I'd rather jump overboard and fucking swim to the nearest island and live like fucking Tom Hanks instead of being in that steel box. You know, I've been on ferries overnight like that. It's very uneasy. It's an uneasy feeling trying to sleep in that fucking steel box. I mean, I've done it. I will do it if I have to, but I don't want to, especially in this day and age. I want the motherfucking presidential suite where if something breaks bad, I'm looking at the ocean, working on my tan, drinking a cold beer. Folks, just like I'm doing right now. I want to be able to take lemons and make lemonade. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. I'm really studying that trip to Europe, or trip to Italy. I love Rome. I could spend months there. I could live there if I had big money. But living in Rome is sort of like living in New York or LA. I mean, it's it's expensive. You got to have big money to live in Rome. But if I had big money, shit, I would go there for at least a year and live of my life, just so I could hit every one of these historical spots. I mean, the whole city is a historical spot. But I would spend at least a year there. And then I would probably go to Naples for at least 3 months and spend 3 months every day at Pompeii. Just walking those streets and just imagining back, a couple thousand years ago, how these folks lived. It's just fucking fascinating. And when you go there, it's even more fascinating. Just how did they do all this? How were they so smart to do all this? A couple thousand years ago. It's amazing. And that's what I'm studying. And I kind of like to go, it's all going to be on the timing, whatever. I'll go whenever the things are cheap, but I'd kind of like to go when it's cold, just so the old lady and Forrest G can experience some cold weather, just so they see something new, But yeah, that's what I'm going to look at. And I'm not picky. I'm not picky if I run across a deal on a cruise or other places. I'm bargain hunting. I'm bargain shopping. And I may call the cruise companies and say, hey, I'm ready to go. I'll be the first motherfucker to sign back up for a cruise. I'm ready to take the beach. I'm not worried about it. What kind of deal can you get me on the first cruise ship, next cruise ship out of the port? But that's on my radar right now. Somebody's got to start taking these risks to get back to normal life. And so when everything opens back up, I'll be the first dude to go watch a movie. I haven't been to the movies in a long time. I'll take my ass to the theater and watch a movie. And I'll obviously be the first dude on the bar stool. I'll be the first dude at the go-go bar. And I'll be the first motherfucker on a cruise if I can get the price right, leaving out of whatever that port is near Rome. and then I will roam around the Mediterranean, Spain, France, wherever that thing goes. I think one of them comes back around to Greece. Hell, I don't know, because I've never been on a fucking cruise like that before. So that's what I'm looking forward to. And one of the purposes of this video is to say, let's stop talking about the current negativity and let's look past this, because believe it or not, even though I'm sitting here, you've heard me talk on my videos, I've expressed my views and my complaints, and a few of you said, hey man, you're saying the same shit over and over. Okay, got it, tracking, good point. That happens when you drink. You forget what the fuck you said, you repeat yourself. Hey, just love it, just fucking deal with it. But I hear you. So time will go by it may not seem right now, but time's gonna go by. So April, like where I'm at, April 12th, 13th, 14th, whatever the target date is, it's gonna be here on us before you know it. And then we're gonna look back on this time and fuck, it's just in the past. Once we get there, it'll seem like this time went by like this. Right now it's kind of dragging out, but I'm looking to April 14th. April 14th, I'm excited about that date. 12th, 13th, 14th. People say different shit. I thought it was the 13th. But I'm looking forward for that date here in the Philippines. And I'm hoping that everything is lifted. And if the government chooses not to lift it, I'll ride it out for as long as I got to ride it out. And I'll just keep looking forward to that day that they open the floodgates and let my people go. And I'll be the first guy to take the beach on all these venues. And that's just the way it is. And this is history. You know, this pandemic is obviously history. It's historical. This will be studied. It'll be studied in medical school. You know, from now on out. But that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to April, let's just say April 15th. Because I know 12, 13, 14, something. April 15th. I'm looking forward to April 15th. Is that fucking tax day in the United States? Folks, I've been gone from the U.S. so long, I don't even know when the tax deadline is anymore. I guess that's a good thing you could do. Start working on your taxes while you're locked down at the house. Because damn accountants ain't working. H&R Block ain't working. Just get the goddamn TurboTax, do your own shit. Get it done, save yourself 100, 200, 300 bucks, whatever the hell they're charging over there now. And just get it done. Knock it out. Ride that goat. Yeah, but that's what I'm looking forward to. Just staying positive now. Staying positive. If I can get out to do any more walking tours, I'll just give a quick update. But I've said what I needed to say. I'm not beating that dead horse anymore. Shout out to my friends south of the border, down there at the Corona Brewery, the Modelo Brewery, whatever the hell you call it. I call it the Corona Beer Company. I know it's not Corona Beer Company. It's a brand of, I guess, a brand of Modelo that's owned by, what is it called? InBev? Shit, I don't even know. Shout out to the folks over there putting this delicious beer into that bottle right there. Shout out to you. Keep your head up. This shit's gonna blow over. You know, eventually you may have to change a brand name. I don't know if there's any discussion of that. I mean, maybe your marketing folks decide to change the brand name. Just call it the Beach Beer. That's it. Change the name of this to straight up Beach Beer. Put a fucking palm tree on there. Picture of a lime. Put a little arrow that says insert lime here. Boom. I just sold 1 million fucking bottles the first day. I'm gonna give that to you for free. All right. Any other marketing and advertising agency would have charged you fucking $10 million. This is now called the Beach Beer, Mexican Beach Beer, whatever you want to do it. And you put that arrow right there that says insert lime here. That's it. Boom. $1 million marketing plan right there. I just gave you that for free. That's my contribution because I've drank Corona throughout the years, and I continue to drink Corona. And just the crazy thought, the surreal thought that a huge percentage of the population somehow or another believe that this has anything to do with the current situation. It's like you just suddenly realize the percentage of the population that are fucking idiots. We got some dumb motherfuckers in the world, especially in America. And if you somehow figured out and deduced that this motherfucking beer has anything to do with a pandemic, we got some dumb motherfuckers. In the words of George Carlin. Shit. We got some dumb motherfuckers, my friends. And it was a high percentage, like 30%, 35%. We got some dumb motherfuckers in America. I'll tell you something funny. And I can't even remember your name, dude. I could go look, but you're not worth me getting my ass up out of my chair because I'm comfortable. I've been trying to read more and more of the comments, right? And I don't know if you've picked up on that, but when I read your comment, I hit the heart right there, let you know that, hey, I read your comment. Nobody else is doing that. That's me. You know, whether I'm sitting out here smoking my cigar and I'm on the iPad reading some, or I'm taking a shit reading some, or I'm sitting there fucking eating with one hand and looking at stuff. I'm doing a better job about reading the comments, especially because of what I've been talking about in the current times. Because, you know, this is a serious topic, and so I want to gauge what other people are thinking and saying. Now, if I'm just talking about, you know, silliness and just getting drunk and talking about chasing women and stuff like that, and I don't even remember what the hell I said, okay, it's not as important for me to try to hunker down and read every comment, but I have been reading the comments off these past videos because this is a serious topic. It's life and death. I don't claim to be right. I do claim to just make people think. I invoke thought. And the madder you get at me about what I say, the more I have invoked thought in you. And that's a success for me. But one of the comments today made me laugh. It made me laugh. And I almost sent you a reply, my young friend, but I just don't have time. Like I said, it's easier for me to give you a shout out on the video. So one of the young cats, and I'm gonna tell you why I know he's a young cat. He said something like, what'd you say, man? You said this hillbilly thinks he's a doctor or something like that, right? So I started laughing for several reasons. Well, number one, man, I am a hillbilly. I grew up on a red dirt road with, you know, red dirt gullies, and on the backwoods of Mississippi with nothing but pine trees. You know, when we drive down the road back then, there'd be a plume of fucking red dirt smoke coming out behind the car. You couldn't even fucking see behind you. You know, and if you look way ahead down the road, you could see a big thing of smoke, and then you knew a car was coming your way. You couldn't even see the fucking car, right? So yes, I am a hillbilly. You hit the nail right on the head, my friend. I'm a redneck hillbilly from the backwoods. You know, all the jokes. You know, I'm from so far back in the woods. We had to import sunshine over there. You know, hell, if my front porch fell in, it'd have killed 8 dogs. All the redneck jokes, man. Guilty as charged, motherfucker. Shit. You right on the money. Calling me a hillbilly. And then you said, this hillbilly thinks he's a doctor. Well, no, I'm not a doctor. But I was a nationally registered emergency medical technician, TAC paramedic, motherfucker. And I say that lovingly. So there was some kind of irony in that, you know. You call me a hillbilly, guilty. Then you call me a doctor. Well, I was a paramedic. So if your ass starts having a motherfucking heart attack, or your goddamn femur's poking out of your fucking leg because you're pinned under your fucking truck because you were drinking and driving, well, yeah, when I'm standing in front of you, I'm the next best thing to a motherfucking doctor. Anyhow, so I found that funny too. And I don't know, it was just so funny. I did the old right click. Who is this motherfucker, right? And I go to this young buck's channel, because I'll do this every now and then, just spark my, who is this guy? Guess what videos are on this young guy's channel? Fucking Call of Duty videos of this young CODs, this Call of Duty shithead, playing fucking Call of Duty and uploading them to his channel. I just did one quick scroll and it just kept scrolling. He's got fucking, I don't know, tens, dozens, thousands fucking videos of him playing fucking Call of Duty. And I was like, man, you just got the laugh of the day out of a Call of Duty shithead trying to put you down. So anyhow, man, shout out to you, bro. I don't remember your name, man, but your comment made me laugh. There was some irony to it all the way around, and you didn't even know it. That's the irony of it. The irony is you didn't know the irony of the hillbilly. You didn't know the irony of the doctor, and you didn't even realize the irony that I've been referring to you, the young, skinny jean wearing Call of Duty shithead who sits there and fucking plays video games all day and uploads them to YouTube, whereas other Call of Duty shithead friends can watch grown men watching videos of other grown men playing fucking Call of Duty. My young friend, there was so much irony in that little quick cut down. You got the shout out. You got the fucking comment / attempt at hurting my feelings of the day. I might even give you the of the week award, man. That was awesome, bro. I appreciate it. So, folks, I'm sitting here talking to this. I got my big camera out because it's so hot out here. If I put the iPhone out here, now I'm off that topic. Now I'm gonna talk about cameras and videography and whatever, just what I've learned. If I bring the iPhone out in this heat right here, even though it's in the shade, I'm shooting 4K on the iPhone. This temperature here in the Philippines, that thing's shutting down. It's 10-15 minutes. Now I tested that iPhone when I first got it, and I was sitting at a beach bar. It was cool breeze coming through, whatever. That son of a bitch recorded 4K for hours until the battery went dead. It never overheated. But when you're in this type of heat, it'll put the iPhone out of commission in about 15 minutes. And that's another reason I can't really do live streams in this heat. I have to either do it early in the morning or late at night when it's cool, or my iPhone will do a thermal shutdown and kill the stream. That Sony RX100 that I always complain about, it's not going to let 4K, it'll last 2 minutes in this heat. 1080, it might last 7 minutes. The damn thing just overheats. And the GoPro will motor through this. The GoPro will motor through the heat until you burn about half that battery. So between the exterior heat and the interior heat of that battery, it can and will cause glitching on occasion. But this big ass Sony, I call it my studio camera. It's a FDR AX100. And it's an old camera. This is like one of the first consumer, prosumer cameras that Sony made that was 4K. It'll only shoot 24 frames and 30 frames. It won't shoot 60 frames. But it's old. And folks, this thing don't even get hot. I mean, I'm shooting 4K 24 frames right now in the fucking Philippine heat, and it's like sort of in the sun. And this thing will record until the goddamn cows come home. I mean, it's great. Plus, I got this external microphone where you can hear me over the wind noise and everything else. I know there's probably a hum in the background. Forrest G's in there sleeping. And in the middle of the day, we kick the air kind of on for him. Just helps him sleep better. Yeah, but anyhow, I'm shooting on this old Sony camera out in this heat, and it might be big and bulky and heavy and looks like a old ass camcorder, which it is. It's several years old, but this damn thing is, it would just motor through it. I didn't like it at first when I first got it because a couple of my videos were out of focus. And what I realized was a lot of these cameras, folks, when you put sunglasses on, like the little box around your face, it disappears. And then you take the sunglasses off, it'll go right back. So a lot of these cameras have a difficulty focusing in when you have sunglasses on. Even the RX100, which is newer technology than this thing. But you know, they have these new cameras with like the eye tracking technology where like tracking your eyes. Well, if you've got sunglasses on, I guess it can't. But yeah, when I first got this camera, I didn't fall in love with it because a couple videos were blurry, and it took me a while to realize, hey, you dumbass, there's no box around your face when you put your glasses on. Take your glasses off, the box goes back, it's in focus. Anyhow, just a lesson learned if you're new to the YouTube business or making videos and you can't figure out why your camera's not focusing. Well, if you're wearing sunglasses, that might be the problem. Take your sunglasses off, and if you're sitting here static like I'm doing, take off your glasses, get it to focus, lock it in, then put your sunglasses back on, and then you're in focus the whole time. But if you get up out of this chair, don't forget to flick back to autofocus. Everything's much better if you got a camera crew, I guess. Never had a camera crew, but that would be absolutely wonderful to have a cameraman set all this stuff up for me, and then I do my talking, and I get up, and then he takes it to an editor. The guy sits down, edits the video, and then just shows me the final product. Damn, man, Anthony Bourdain, that dude had it made. That dude had life by the balls. Went and hung himself with a damn bathrobe belt. I still ain't forgave him for that shit, man. That was just wrong. You do what you want to with your life, but you know, you affect too many people. Especially when you got children, you know. Anyhow, folks, I think that's all I have to talk about in this video. It's long, it's rambling, it gets on point, off point. But if you're sitting at home quarantined and you're cooking, just hit play, listen to my voice. This scenery is not going to change because I'm sitting in this chair. So it's sort of like a podcast with a just beautiful scenery. No real new news to report here. I'll just make a quick report. They banned alcohol and tobacco sales here. Everything else pretty much still the same. My buddy Dennis said he can only go to the store 2 days a week down where he's at. And the rumor was they were going to shut the stores here for only half a day. You can only open half a day. I don't know that for a fact. But other than that, it's hot. It's beautiful. I'm going to go back to working on my tan right now. Sitting here in my Speedo. I'm going to bust out the lounge chair. It's like a folding lounge chair, but it has a hole cut where the head is. So it's really a massage chair. So you can put your face in there like a regular massage chair. And maybe I'll recruit the ladies out here to give me a nice massage and rub down. Why? Because it make me feel better. Folks, if you're not a subscriber on my channel, bottom right hand corner of your screen, hit that overstay road sign, hit the bell. It'll notify you when I'm posting a video. I don't have a production schedule, so if you don't hit the bell, you don't know when I post. And shout out to my one friend who sent me an email. And I'd like to hear from other people if you're experiencing this too. He said, man, I tried to subscribe to your channel. I hit subscribe, and then I hit the bell, and it said you cannot click the bell because this channel is made for children. And he said, hey, you want to check your settings? I was like, god damn shit, yeah, man. So I log in, I check my settings. All my settings are straight. I don't know why he was experiencing that problem, but you know, in the past few months I've had YouTube, well, I mean, if you went back several months or close to, I say 6 months, at one point YouTube said I had 0 subscribers. I thought I was getting banned right then. And then in several hours it came back with my correct subscriber count, I've had a video show up that it had 227 million views. It didn't. It had 20,000. I've had issues uploading to YouTube. And now this gentleman's reporting that he can't subscribe. Folks, there's bugs on any platform. And maybe I'm just, other people are having the same bugs. But then sometimes you wonder, hey, is YouTube just trying to fuck with me to make my life hard? Because there's times I don't talk positive about YouTube, and the censors over there, the skinny jean wearing Call of Duty shitheads in their cubicles censoring our content. I mean, who are the fucking censors on these social media platforms? They're not 60-year-old dudes who are like judges who have lived a lifetime and can make a real wise decision. Who are the folks making these censorship decisions? They're fucking, 22-year-old Call of Duty shitheads drinking their Monster energy drink, fucking playing a game on their damn iPhone when their boss isn't looking, and fucking clicking and making decisions about what I can and can't put on my channel. We're not dealing with a panel of judges and a wise man. We're dealing with Call of Duty shitheads, or it could be farmed out to folks in India who don't have the same perception of freedom of speech that we as Americans do, or you from the UK, or whatever country you're from. But I suspect that my shit, when I get censored or spanked or whatever you want to call it, it's from a Call of Duty shithead, skinny jean wearing, sitting in Seattle or fucking Silicon Valley or Austin, wherever the fuck you're at. Because you got the power. You got the power of the motherfucking click. You're gonna click that mouse, click, boom, and affect other people or demonetize their video. That's the ways of the world. Enough rambling, folks. It's time for me to get another beer, and I'm about to go do so. Hope you're at least entertained. I'll see you guys on the next video. I want to say peace out, my friends. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for listening to this video cast. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.